In this video, we are going to talk about how to schedule an auto data refresh. So what do you mean by auto data refresh? Let's say that you have any changes made in your data set. Now you want those changes to reflect in your reports and dashboards with the new data that is coming in. And you don't want to reload things again and again. You want to schedule something which can help you to reload these things at a certain period of time. For that, what would you do? So we are in our Power BI services homepage, and here I will go to this Skill Squad reports, which is basically a workspace. I have created a semantic model over here, which has been automatically created, you can say, as I imported my report over here. Now we have already talked about the data gateways, and we have already seen how to set up our data gateway. As soon as you set up this data gateway, there is a data set associated with this particular report. We know that in our local PC. So the changes I am making over there, I want them to be reflected over here in this semantic model and ultimately making the changes in our report and dashboard. How can I do it? So for that, you can head over to this semantic model, and here you will see this option of schedule refresh. You can click on it. After that, you will be seeing when was it last refreshed successfully and when is the next refresh pending. We scroll down, you will find this option of refresh. Click over here and it would ask you that do you want to configure a refresh schedule? Currently it's on, but you can turn it on or off. Now, how frequently do you want this refresh to happen? Is it daily or weekly? Let's say I'm selecting daily at the moment. It would ask you the time zone for which you are trying to set up the time. So you can select your preferred time zone and then you can add a time. So let's say I make the changes in my data in morning 8 a.m. and I want this data to be reloaded at 8:30 every day. So for that, I can click on add another time and I can select the time as 8:30. If you wish to add another timeline, for example, let's say if you are also making the changes at evening 4 p.m. and you want it to reload those changes at 4:30, you can click on add another time. You can select 4 p.m. or 4:30, and this would create a schedule refresh for you. Now, whenever this data is being refreshed, and let's say if any failure happens, what do you want us to do? So let's say if you want to send a notification to someone, for example, you want to send a notification to the owner of that data set or whoever is responsible for maintaining that data set. You can try to include those contacts and you can put in their email address and it would send a notification to them in case if any failure happens over there. So this is fairly simple. You can create a refresh from this part and you can add multiple time slots over here, and you can also send a failure notification email to the person responsible for this data set. If you want to see the data connections which are responsible for this particular model that you have created, you can go to the data connections and you can find the other informations as well related to it. For example, the data source credentials are over there. So what are the data sets that are associated with it? And you can find these data sets. Currently, the report I created was relying on two data sets. It was the global superstore data and the sample sales data. So this is how you will schedule a data refresh in your Power BI services. Thank you.